Yeah, and then we just live. Yes, it's live now. So, hi everybody. So happy this week. We actually it's a second live space this week. Tonight we have special guests, and tonight we're going to talk about IRL event. And as MBA, we this is something actually we have to deal with almost every month, and we've been hosting a lot of amazing event, flowing out to the committee at the same time. Just have us so much fun to build together, and this is why having tonight's space, and also at the same time, this is why we actually celebrating because I feel like with the Sutter celebrate having so many amazing builder in this space, but at the same time we just building together, and it's just so much happened, and I'm very excited. Oh, I'm being back. Jason back to space. So first, maybe each of you guys can introduce yourself a little bit first, and then maybe Jason start first. So also, you can introduce why we do BoredIn and share a little bit about space. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you, Popple. And yeah, BoredIn, it's a sub community made by apes. We started it because there's just so many talented people building in the space, and sometimes building's lonely, right? So we have this community with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and as we went to in real life events, really kind of got to interact and talk to and network with people, and wanted to take that back outside of just in real life events, and started a group chat with Popple, and it's kind of snowballed and taken a life of its own. 170, I believe, 170
Yeah.
different MBA founders, or Yuga team, that's in the group chat, and have gotten some great feedback. And for me, myself, I would say that it's just helped me build and help inspire me seeing other people doing their things, and also helping where I can. And that's kind of what we've been doing. I don't know how long now, just a couple months, right? But spotlighting
It's
other
been like
people.
almost like a year. It's been like forever doing that.
Yeah, it seems like a long time in some places, and yet there's so much more we want to do too. But it really is the community, and I think tonight, and just as we started live spaces, or the newsletter, this is a chance for us to spotlight and share kind of what people do well. So this one is focused around in real life events.
Exactly. That is why I was mentioned tonight. As it's not just about the chat. It's more like a salary for everyone in this way, and I think everyone deserves to have a flower. Also, next person, maybe Roro. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, man. Lord, host of All of Us Radio. We host a bunch of events through, the past 3 years. Not NFT NYC. Started at a small bar in Manhattan, turned into an off Broadway production. And this year we're taking over a national landmark. I'm excited. I've been able to work with Jason on a couple of different things. He's been, thankfully, a huge supporter of what we've done since very early on. And it was kind of like part of the magic and part of the reason things went so well. So his idea of BoredIn, it just fits perfect. And it's been so helpful. Even before BoredIn existed, he's been all about finding other people that build and trying to, lift them up as well. So yeah, I'm just thankful to be here.
Awesome. Yeah. And next person, how about Sarah Garys? And would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Sailor Gary, co-founder of Spirit Punks. We are Web3 alcohol. We have been part of events and put on events since 2021. Our first commercial product release in the Web3 space. Here for Web3, here for the build, here for our apes. ecstatic about what you guys are doing. Obviously, it takes somebody to pull all the reins together. So here for it, here for all of us also.
Awesome. And how about Aaron? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey, my name is Aaron Haber, and made by Ape's license holder 00185 for Laughing Ape. I'm a comedian in real life, and I've been producing comedy events for over 20 years. And now I founding Laughing Ape in 2022. And we are the Web3 company for comedy events. We have a comedy club metaverse, and we have done a bunch of activations. And now I'm going to bring my talents all over the country, maybe the world, with a grant from the ApeCoin DAO. Thank you very much, ApeCoin DAO. With the first show being February 28th in Denver, during ETH Denver, along with Pizza DAO, City DAO, and the public board with our friend Meme Brain. So very, very excited. And oh yeah, I like to brag about the fact that I minted my ape and have the same ape ever since. So, happy to be in the club and happy to be here.
Awesome. Why tonight are so serious? Is it because we are in live? Like, Aaron, Roro, you are so different into the space. You're like putting on the music. So where those come from? Like,
I mean, we had a meeting today, and I was the same. I mean, do you want me to? I mean, I can go get the rubber chicken and the.
you need to. I would be
These are kind of serious people. I save it for the stage, you know.
I think Papa wanted the whole show. I think
I actually want the whole
gist
show.
of it.
Like,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
I could give you like a minute if you need to pitch.
I mean, I tried to bring the pole downstairs, but it wouldn't budge. So
well, you could always take over next time. We love our space takeover. We've been actually giving out our children's space a lot, as you know, and grateful. And Lala is always our co-host, and now Blue IC Queen actually also take a very big step in having the space. Me is not alone anymore, and Jason's is always in there. And I mean, anyone of you guys that want to take off the space and is welcome.
I mean, Lord kicked off our first one.
Yeah, Roro,
right? Lord kicked off our first one.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So
Roro is actually the first host help us to kick off our space.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that night. Yeah, it's had to be in the history, you know? Yeah. Okay, let's start our second part to share. Today actually is quite excited because our community just have something new. And Jason, will you mind to share about what's happening on this party?
Yeah, I mean, I think this actually goes back to the inception of BoredIn. So, for Fuck It Saturday, went down there 2 days before. I stumbled upon Bored Cuban, who owns a restaurant down there. And, never having talked to him, never met him, reached out through Instagram of all things. I don't even know why Instagram and not X or Twitter. And within an hour, we were on the phone together, and he was putting my Bored Bagels breakfast sandwiches on his Uber Eats menu for his restaurant to be able to serve that. And that's the thing, right? I can ship bagels across the country. I don't think anyone wants a bagel sandwich shipped 2 days in transit and showing up. I don't even know what that would look like, to be honest with you. But yet that's like the most popular and front-facing item at our bagel shops, right? So to be able to bring that forward for people to actually see the core products and serve to them or delivered to them in this case, with someone I had never met 2 days before, that example I share, and probably people are tired of hearing about it, but like that's exactly what this club is, and the fact that like it's so different in building with other people. And it just happens that today, probably right now, they're celebrating the new opening of his new concept, right? Bored Cuban, and I know this is one that he's worked on for a long time. So I thought it only fitting to talk about it here and share that, right? It's huge for the club. We've got a couple other ones like Bored and Hungry, and now Bored Cuban. This is in Florida. So if you're down there, go check it out. And he's just one of the nicest guys, and obviously very bullish on the IP and everything. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Papo, I think, are you on mute?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I try to explain like how much I love their design because they are packaged. It's just like insane, and it's just like bring back the joy about the Happy Meal and also the toy, the plushie toy about the eight. Dude, I need one. I definitely need one. I don't know how many Happy Meals I'm going to eat it, but I definitely need one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. So that I haven't tried it, but I mean he obviously has other restaurants, and now he's deciding to dive fully in this IP branded one. So yeah,
Let's just
they're
fly
probably celebrating it.
to Miami together and just go party while we
Yeah,
see.
yeah. I mean, there's a part of me that would have loved to do that. So I know some people are actually like driving in from Tampa and
Yeah.
different places. So it's really cool, right?
Yeah, I know Blue Ice Cream was fine there telling me how excited it is and sharing the
Yeah.
video in the group chat. I love it. And I just like I just can't stand it. I'm not in there. I wish I'm in there. Well, been talking about a lot how we start this our BoredIn and how we start our club, and I do want to give a spotlight again to Roro because Roro been not just been amazing host and also helping a lot the community. I meet him in IRL. He is very big and tall person, but he's the most lovely person I ever see, and we talk a lot in life, but at the same time like we talk a lot in the space. He's such a great host and very care about the community and also build up such a great show as well. And Roro, will you like to talk about your not MFT NYC? Because I think the name adult. Come on, yeah. So
Yeah.
he was like hosting the not MFT NYC in 2024. Unfortunately, I'm not a go, but that is very insane. That I see everywhere the people are tweeting it. It's almost a takeover the real MFT NYC. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is last year's, right? 20.
Yeah.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to talk about it. It's really, this event started because well, quite a few reasons, honestly. The first reason being tickets to NFT NYC are just astronomical. The average person can't get in there to come be a part of it. And I don't really know a lot about the panelists, but we wanted to create panels that spoke to us. So not NFT NYC is really kind of like for the degens. It's got crazy topics. It's got great guest speakers. People from the community that we actually kind of want to hear from, topics that we're really interested in. Last year was insane. We tried to tighten it up and make it more professional this year, but last year's topics and panels were like shit coins, memes, working in Web3 sucks. So this crazy like, I don't know, this offshoot, the CD version of NFT NYC, and it was wild. We had live performances. Yeah, I mean, Jason was kind enough to sponsor it. It was really it was awesome because the way that we pulled this off on a shoestring budget, and it was a lot of folks like Jason donating stuff that kind of make this a reality. We kind of just came out of pocket on that. And it turned out to be a huge success. I mean, I think it turned out to be a way larger success than we ever thought it would be. It was crazy to like, I don't know, to see all of the tweets and everything after the event, during the event. It was crazy to see like what NFT NYC looked like and what not NFT NYC looked like. It was wild. And this year we're doing it again Thursday, April 4th in Manhattan. What started off, like I said, what started off as an event at a small local bar in New York turned into an off-Broadway production. And this year we're literally taking over a national monument. We're really proud of what we built. I'm lucky. I have a great team. Shout out Eddie. Shout out Britt. Shout out Chainsaw. Shout out Dave. Shout out Liz Mejia, who just dropped a bombshell on us tonight. Jason, I recommend you jump in I recommend you jump into the AOU chat and see what just got dropped there.
I'll check it out.
Oh, bro, it's a wild one, Jason. It's wild one. So shout out to Liz for that.
It's all in the photo, right?
Say again.
Isn't it all in the photo? Actually, I have to organize which one.
Yeah, so I mean that's me, Eddie, and Britt. That's Lux, who is awesome, and then that's Alex Finn, formerly NFT God, right there. And he showed up to our first one, and he showed up to our second one. We're gonna have his protege, and then also in the picture you got Billy Rax, who did a live performance. I mean that guy plays at Rolling Loud. And he showed up to the event and showed us love, so much love. I don't know. And then you've got Jason Klein in there as well. And then I think that's just one of Billy Rack's fans there. You got Squiddy right there. Shout out Squiddy. Yeah, man. It was a great event, bro.
How many people to go to that event? So it seems a lot of people.
So what was funny, we got really nervous because once we released tickets last year, they were free. Everything was free, favorite price, right? And as soon as we released them, tickets sold out. Not even our speakers were able to get tickets. And so we were running around. So we tried to secretly release another set of tickets just so that our speakers could have some to get in. And then those got taken right away. And so, yeah, I mean, we released just a few more. Overall, we had about 250 people throughout the day. So it was a good event, man. We were happy. We were excited about it, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, I also see you create some product for MLT NYC. And are you also going to continue to create some product as well this year? It's for coffee, right?
Yeah, that was actually made by another Bored Ape that donated some coffee. Yes, this year it's about to get insane when it comes to merch. Shout out Trait Merch. They made a whole bunch of merch for us last year. A lot of socks to protect your feet from rugs. They'll be doing a lot of stuff. We have a lot of things in the works. We're not going to drop right this second, but yes, look, we want to be able to provide value. Last year, we were able to provide tons of value because it was free. We have a covered charge this year, and we still want to provide that same value. So we guarantee that it's going to be worth your ticket price. Shout out to Sailor Gary there. My original price, they were like, that's too low. You're crazy to do it for that price. And so we upped it a little bit, and still, even when we upped it to Sailor Gary, everybody that we've talked to said yes, it's absolutely fair for the value that we intend to.
If you're in New York, this is the event to be at, no question.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if you go to MLT and NYC, you go to the one place.
This is the it's and we're just getting started.
Usually, just send to the main event, just send them right in front of one space. Guys, like come with me. Take a bus.
I think
it's funny you say that because I think that it is one of those types of events where you can bring a friend, a normie, and they're going to have a blast. They're going to have a blast, and it's probably going to be a huge introduction to them to like what the Web3 space is, the type of people there are. I think you're going to find a lot of folks that are not natives who find their tribe at this event. It's going to be a lot of networking. You meet a lot of people there. yeah, I mean, I'm stoked about it.
I think Squiddy said it best. I forget on what space, but he said like this, you know, your event, not NYC, is like the culture, right? Like, you
Yeah.
know, I think like you just get the vibe there. You meet really cool people, and you know, and it's not just one community, right? It's that's what's really cool too, is like it has like probably holders of lots of different communities, right? So yeah.
For sure. We never wanted it to be about any one individual group. I mean, the name of our show is called All of Us, right? We want it to embody all of Web3, everybody that's in the space, whether you're into NFTs, you're into meme coins, you're into mining. We want this to be a space for all of us and an event for all of us. And to talk about subjects and things that we're all interested in, regardless of what community you're a part of, for sure.
Exactly, and I do love the everything you bring on the space, and talk about the event. You also host the Philadelphia's event with Jason, right? And I remember, this the one is for the Hong Kong Global AFAS event, right?
Yeah, it was the Ape Fest satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, shout out to Jason, because he was one of the folks that he was like, I strongly encourage you to apply for this. And so, you know, that's what we did. And what was awesome, so this was what was so awesome about this event is that it was a part of several different events that Jason and I were a part of. We woke up early that morning to wake up and play the game. Yeah, that's what we did. And keep in mind, what was hilarious about this is that it was so early.
It was so because it was live. It was live with Ape Fest in Hong Kong, so it was just so early. And
It's a 7 o'clock, right?
No, well, for those who don't know, Jason is a mad entrepreneur. That dude is in crazy business. So it's like, what's the location? He's like, oh, it's a club that we've been to before. It's a club that he's hosted NFT Philly events at. And we go, and it's just this empty club with this giant screen, and we're playing this game. And me and Jason there were rocking on it on the laptop. He tried to get a remote control, but he didn't have one. And so we were doing it just with like W, D, X, arrow buttons, like trying to play this game. And we won. We got number one, bro. We got
won the session. Well, you did. We found a little cheat code.
Yeah. We were bumping Curtis's head into a cave, and it would knock, and it would give us bonus points. And so we hit number one. And I got to tell you, that was a proud moment for us, because we did wake up so early, and we were trying it, and we didn't have a controller. And I just remember jumping up for joy at like 7:30 a.m. Because we knocked that out. But then after that, you know, he had a meetup at another one of his industrious businesses, you know, we had over there. But within that, I was able to host a panel, you know, a few different topics. I mean, we covered, Are You a Degen? We talked about the gameplay. We had the documentary for the punks come and show up and be a part of it, part of those panels as well. And it was just, I mean, it was awesome, because it was like one of those things where you couldn't go to Hong Kong, right? But you got a taste of it right here in your backyard. And people from, I mean, all over the tri-state came out to be a part of this event.
I just have one question. Are you guys singing karaoke?
No. I mean, that could be a better story, but unfortunately not. Maybe next time.
Wait, what was the question?
If we're singing karaoke here.
Oh, no.
Sure.
No. I just
a a little Taylor Swift, you know?
Yeah, dude. No, we were so we were recording the audio of the panel, and recording it on film on my little GoPro. I'm a big believer in done is better than perfect. And I'm glad I brought my whole setup. I'm glad I brought the GoPro. I'm glad I was able to put together a piece of content for it. You know what I mean? It was a happy day, man. And I think that what Jason does really well, and what I've learned from is really being able to incorporate a lot of people, to be able to network with different people, to make the best event possible. And he's been a big mentor for us at All of Us Radio, giving us idea. I mean, he's even gone out to LA to meet with Eddie and Britt, and speak with them, and brainstorm, generate ideas. But this idea of not being afraid to reach out to people, being bold and DMing, and seeing how you can collaborate and coordinate with people, it's been amazing, and I've really learned a lot from it, and learned how to throw a great event because of it. So I'm super thankful.
No, appreciate that. And I think you give me too much credit. I think, Lord, you got one of the best shows, in my opinion, the most underrated shows on X.
You guys should see the chat on the top, the comment chats. Everyone's so supportive. Do you see? Even Sixes just joined the space, and Eddie just joined the space, and everyone just so supportive. Thank you so much. Yeah.
That's it, homie. The homies are in. Yeah, let's
go.
And I choose some of the picture. It's very amazing, and the photograph is very catch the moment. It's everyone just so enjoy to share. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was a brilliant event. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I would say is this event was during the bear market, and I think people needed an event, right? They needed to get meet people in real life, and kind of, even though the market was down, it doesn't take away from the fact that you vibe with these people on X every day. People weren't throwing an event because it's the bear market, but yet we threw an event, and people are like, oh, I haven't been out to an event in so long, and people were thanking me and for throwing it, and I was like, no, thank you for coming, right? Because sometimes you just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to show up, especially during the bear market, right? So that was so cool in itself, right? To have people come out and support you, but then that's the thing, right? It's there's some events that are really cool because it's a whole production, and that's great. But I think from the events that I've been a part of, they're a little bit more scrappier, but it's really just about the people coming out and just vibing and networking with them.
Awesome. Yeah. And talk about the other event, AOU event. What's up, this one?
I'm sorry, could you say that again? I apologize, I didn't hear you.
There was another flyer.
Just talk about the event, the AOU event.
Was this the first one, Lord?
Yeah, this is where we started, man. And again, there's Alex Finn, formerly NFT God, showed up to the first one, to be a panelist. And we're literally in a corner. Do you see what I'm saying? We're in a corner of this tiny bar. And then you see how it kind of evolved into what you saw before in this giant, stage in a theater. I mean, that's how it started. And that's the other thing that I want to say about events. Don't be afraid to start small. Starting small is the best thing that you can possibly do. You start in a small place, and you build from that. You know what I mean? You're able to prove concept through that. You're able to make connections. You're able to take these little pictures, book these guests or whatever, and then next year be able to show and say, hey, this is what we produced last year. And you're able to kind of build upon that. So good. Build small. Start small. don't feel bad about that. This place only held 40 people. That's it. You know what I mean? And then the next year we bumped it up to 120 was capacity, 250 came because it was like throughout the day. And this was only a 2-hour event. And the next event we did was all day. It almost turned into 2 days when you throw in MetaBetties. Shout out MetaBetties. They're the reason that we have the venue this year. And again, that came from not being afraid to DM, not being afraid to show up, being willing to jump in and take a risk. Big bad MetaBetties. I can't wait for you guys to see this year's venue. Shout out to MetaBetties for making that happen, man. Dive bar, dude. Yeah, Eddie says it right now. Now we are at Redacted. Yeah. Yes, sir. So it's a small, tiny little bar, man. And that's this year's event.
This year. And I know you have start to scan. If you scan the QR code, you can start to buy the ticket, right? When is that exactly happening? It's in April 4th.
April 4th.
Yeah, April 4th. And if you scan it and you can buy the ticket and anything you want to promote in here.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I recommend everybody go out and get a ticket. Look, you're going to be in New York no matter what, bro. You're going to be in New York no matter what. This is going to give you something to do during the day. We planned it out exactly so that you go and enjoy the event from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. After that, you're free to go to any party you like. We hope you stay for the MetaBetties after party that we're going to have at the event. But yeah, I mean, we planned it out perfect so that you can go have breakfast, have a little bit of lunch, show up to the event, be able to party with us throughout the day. And we guarantee you, if you know anything about Lord, it's definitely going to be a party. And then shout out to the homies, Bored Vodka, Spirit Punks. They're a sponsor.
It's gonna be bored as fuck.
It's gonna be bored as fuck, G.
For the price of one drink in Manhattan,
Can't beat it.
Spotty's gonna be there, Eddie's gonna be there, Bagels are gonna be there, Lord's gonna be there.
Exactly like you said. The price of a drink in New
I'm
York.
going to be there, so no matter what, I'm going to be so bored.
Next year we're gonna have to. This is gonna have to be decoupled from NFT NYC because there's gonna be so much demand. It's gonna be a 3-day conference.
Yeah,
let's go.
Everyone
see it that way.
Scan the QR code. Just get the board ticket and fast as possible. I can't guarantee when we'll be sold out. Probably sold out soon. Just
it's gonna sell out.
Don't buy tickets at the door or try to think you can buy tickets at the door. Get them now. Save yourself. Save yourself.
Oh, I should say, yes, you should absolutely get them now because the price does go up. We do have it.
Grab one for your friend.
Yep. Do it now. You're right. For a price of a drink in New York, you're going to get your money's worth. It's free drinks.
If you need extra, just get one more.
Get one. Your only regret is you didn't buy more. That's what it's going to be because the price will go up. It's going to go up after they're 22. They're in pre-sale right now, so get them now. I know you're not sure what you're going to do when you're in New York. Make sure that you have this listed down. You're not going to regret it. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, we will be love to support as we can. I think our BoredIn will probably have some real newspaper. We'll print it out on wheel. Maybe we can shoot something in there, and that would be fun.
I love it. Oh, another thing I want to say is that we will be asking MBAs to join and to display a product at the event. That is our goal. We haven't announced that yet. I want to put together a press release specifically for that. But yes, if you're an MBA and you want to be a part of it.
Well, congratulations. You already make some sale. I'm seeing on the comment. Got my ticket ready. I
love it.
Sell out tonight. Oh my goodness. I'm serious. I had to get my ticket.
Joyce, thank you.
Yeah, Joyce, thank you. Oh God, we're doing the live space selling things. Well, it's how much for the ticket? Do you want to share?
$22.
Oh goodness, my goodness. I'm gonna buy it tonight.
Free.
Yeah, it's basically free.
I need to support my homie. That's it. Yeah. How about I buy you a ticket and I buy a ticket and then you buy me a coffee? Fair.
Drink in Manhattan and there's not even a tip line at the end of the check.
Right. Yeah. We're not even asking for a tip. Exactly right.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we are talking about a lot the event, but at the same time, I hear about the name a lot to mention is a Jason. The next person I could like to highlight actually is Jason. We've been hosting a lot of space. I never think we enough to highlight how much he did because this dude is do a lot, and we always hang out almost every night to just talk about what we do. But he's a very humble person. I guarantee you never know how humble he is. Yeah, I just want to give you some spotlight tonight.
No, I mean, I appreciate it. I think, um, don't need to take up too much time. I'd rather have these guys share, but love throwing events, right? In real life events, I think meeting people in person. I think there's always that awkward moment where you're like, are you the person I talk to every day? Or, like, are you your JPEG? Um, but yeah, I mean, I've thrown a couple. I've been fortunate to have a hospitality group with some different venues in Philadelphia. So, started my journey after kind of just flipping NFTs to then kind of co-host some events with NFT Philly, and kind of just found the magic of meeting the degen people on Twitter or X in real life, right? And I think you just find your people, right? I think Lore and all these people that I would have never met otherwise. And I think that's what makes it so special, right? To build with these people and to be in this ecosystem. Um, and that's also where people were talking about wanting to use their IP, and I think digging for Doge. I met at the NFT Philly event, and I was like, hey, why don't I try doing something with bagels? And that's where Bored Bagels started to empower others with IP. So I think it just snowballs, right? As you meet people and network and interact and talk, and this is just a shot of the bodega. Never thought one I'd be shipping bagels across the country, yet alone like to Hong Kong and having it kind of showcased there. And we did some other things like for Fuck It Saturday, we did Bored IP boxes, and I went around kind of tried to pull together other people's products and showcase that at the event for Fuck It Saturday. And that was great, and that kind of spawned into, hey, let me try to do that kind of as a product in itself. So now, like, I'm even like in this Bored Ape welcome group that's working on welcome boxes potentially for new apes and new mutants, and going to try to pull in some product and potentially ship it to mutants and apes as they join the club. So I mean, that's really it, right? Like meeting people and it kind of just leaning in and working with people. So yeah.
I hope I can put this on.
Extra shout out. Yeah, I just want to jump in and say, extra shout out to NFT Hoarder. I mean, absolutely rowing the Made by Apes boat years before Made by Apes was a protocol. No,
Yeah,
no,
appreciate that.
no question. And, no need to be humble on it. It shines. It's legit. And the entire ecosystem is appreciated.
Have a
It's I think it's lagging a little bit. Oh, this is the game night or morning.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have to stop that because of the way they are too loud. I'm sorry. I do not.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, and I just want to say like that is the one of reason we are enjoyed building. Maybe me and Jason. I'm not. I building Boy Team maybe like almost a year and a half now. I think Jason definitely built IP more longer than me, and I have a lot of couple OGs in this space, and they just share so much about the IP and just so much in causing, like Boy Water and like Soul, his chocolate, and it's just like so much IP developments going on. It's not they are building their IP because they love it about the IP ecosystem. It's nothing to do with the MBA, and this is why I very respect everyone building their IP. But at the same time, like of course, I'm happy for each of Make by A brand, but I'm also very respect like understand that people like just want to focus on building IP, but not Make by A as well, because it's as IP development standpoint want to be more freedom, but as community, I do like to include each other to having like a community can build together. I think Make by A is a very building like bringing the joy to the community. I think this is like a huge difference having a Make by A and not having a Make by A. Having Make by A is more building as a community, but not having Make by A kind of just like building each single one. You don't feel building together. That's how I feel. Yeah.
I feel like it also adds legitimacy.
Exactly. Yeah. And let me pass Jason very loud radio. And, then the next person I do like to speak with Aaron. And yeah, let's
Hi.
hi. Now's your second time show, like half a show. Now's your half time show. Yeah.
I'm like a vampire. I only speak when invited, you know.
Yes, yes. And yeah, I know you have like a huge show coming in the East Stanford, and you also collaboration with Pizza Dow and Puppet Boy. So things going on. Yeah, let me know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, we started Laughing Ape, like I said, 2022, just to kind of marry the two things I love, which is comedy and Web3, because Christina Ricci and ice cream turned me down, and now I get to do what I enjoy all the time, and then also I do this company, Laughing Ape, and I love it. I mean, we have a decent little community that hangs out with us that have been hanging out since we minted passes to our comedy club metaverse last year, and now we get to perform for anybody and everybody in the ApeCoin DAO, sponsored by the ApeCoin DAO, free for everybody that is holding ApeCoin. And so we're doing 12 events over the next year. The first one is going to be February 28th in Denver, with the Pizza DAO, the legendary Pizza DAO, right? And so many other partners. It's going to be amazing. Our first headliner is a guy, Brian Kiley, a good friend of mine from New York. He was Conan O'Brien's writer for over 20 years, wrote for Ellen, has 2 comedy Emmys, been on every TV show you can imagine. And we are going to be releasing our first comedian NFT with his audio from one of his jokes at a live performance. But then my friend Winebags, who is an OG in the space, created this really brilliant AI animation based on the joke. And it looks really, really dope. And I can't wait. And that's going to be a limited offer. Anybody can get it, but a limited time. And then we're going to be doing the night event on April 4th, right? So April 4th, same day, but at night we're going to be in this little venue downtown called Caveat, and it's going to be great. And we've done a crazy event. Like, I don't know if Six is still here, but Six went to our first activation back in I guess it was 2022, in Miami, and we happen to have been partnered with this project called Tip and Strip, and they own like 30 strip clubs across the United States. And they were like, "Hey, do you want to do a party at one of our clubs in Miami?" And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds amazing." And it was amazing, and it was overwhelming, right? Between the smoke and the crazy loud music and the laser lights and like literal asses in my face, like it was just nuts.
Shout out to Six, by the way.
Yeah, but we had a great time. Like they were a great host. We had a fantastic time. we decided to have less female genitals exposed at our future events. So I'm sorry to disappoint the people that enjoyed that one. And it's going to be interesting because you go to a lot of these events and not NFT NYC sounds like my speed, right? Like I get overwhelmed at some of these events where the music is crazy loud and it's just packed wall to wall. Like I'm like a theater geek comedian, right? I'm the guy on stage separated from everybody. Like I can't handle that. So our events are like chill social events. You come, you hang out for like an hour beforehand, mix and mingle, talk to people, see an amazing comedy show. We keep it to about an hour, which I mean, if you go to a normal comedy club in New York, God love them, the show's going to be 2 to 3 hours because they're getting every comedian that has ever wanted to perform up on stage, one after the other, right? That's what I did for 10 years in New York. But also, we're keeping it to a tight hour, and then an hour afterwards to hang out. Sometimes with the comics, with me, and with everybody else that's coming. And we keep the music, we keep the music kind of low, so people can talk and chill out and have a good time. And if you're looking for, asses shaking in your face with people screaming at you, I definitely know a few places in New York, but it's not going to be our event. But I can't wait. And then after New York, we're going to Austin for Consensus, and we have so many ideas about where else we want to go. Maybe Boston, Popple. Maybe
I'm
Boston.
waiting for you. I'm
Right,
waiting. I have to get at least like whole family ticket because I have so many family in here. Can you like sell me like a whole
Well,
set, like a
I
package?
can't sell it to you because it's free.
Oh,
Just
yeah, it's a
just
free. I
get
forgot
your
about that.
family to pick up an
Better
eight.
not
I'll
Bitcoin.
claim it, and
Wait.
she'll
But
buy it from me on the secondary.
There
wait,
you go.
no. And how's that work? Because I only have a one Acorn account, so one Acorn account should be claim one ticket. If I have my whole family, now I can claim it.
Look, listen.
Yeah.
ApeCoin right now is at like $1.65. Okay, this is not financial advice, but you can buy many comedy tickets, times 12 for $1.65 today. And so, just as a New Year present, pick up like 5 ApeCoin, and be like, hey, my family's coming with me, and we'd be happy to see him.
So I just a one time onboarding all my family to Acorn DAO. Right?
Yeah. Look, our point of doing these events for ApeCoin DAO is that one, we love doing comedy events. We are the comedy company for Web3, right? The second reason is to spread the word about ApeCoin and to give holders of ApeCoin a really fun utility. I mean, arguing about governance certainly is a great deal of fun, but we do also want to have things like, oh, I have an ApeCoin. I got into this free comedy show, free booze, and other stuff. And hey, that was worth holding an ApeCoin or several thousand or whatever you hold. And we also, and I've been talking with you about this, Popple, and I want to thank you for helping me. We are looking to partner with as many Made by Apes licensees as possible. And why? Because we want to showcase our brothers and sisters who are entrepreneurs in the club, and we want to spread the word for the people that may not know them already, or may just want to have a good in-person experience with their products, their services, their entrepreneurs, to get as many people over the next year as possible into as many of our Made by Apes fellow licensees. That's what we want to do. So the call is open. And by the way, the ApeCoin DAO is not just for apes, right? I know we're talking a lot about Made by Apes, but the ApeCoin DAO is for anybody that has ApeCoin. Mochaverse is a huge part of ApeCoin DAO, and they supported us in a huge way, for this AIP, as did Surreal Guild and the Mega Codas and so many other people. So if you're listening and you have a business associated with your Mocha or whatever other company, we want you to partner with us as well. And by the way, what you're seeing right now is you're seeing my ape, 2960. His name is Mike Raffone. He is the owner of the Below Board Comedy Club. We call it Below Board because it is located in the metaverse below the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and also because if Yuga asked me to blow them, I would. That's how much I love Bored Ape Yacht Club. So it's a double entendre name right there, So anyway, this is our metaverse club built by Faraz Mobeen, the best metaverse architect. And what you're looking at is like our homage to
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I think Papa fell over.
Are you okay?
No, it's live, right? You remember it's live, right? I can't.
Yeah, I know it's live. Yeah, is this PG rated? Should I keep the jokes
Okay.
PG?
Okay. How you, if it's possible, how you going to bow them? Like that.
Am I going to blow them? I mean, have you listen? I'm not gay, but have you seen Gordon Gardner? I mean, I would change my mind in like 2 seconds with that guy. And Garga, why not? I mean, you know, the founders have done so much for me. It's the least I can do for them.
You do remember this is a make by Ace spray, right?
Pablo, you asked. You
Talking about
asked.
less genitals in faces.
Well, I just want to continue to try to let you to explain about the logo.
Oh, well, I mean, it's green in the middle, and it says below board on it. We have a new one for Laughing Ape as well. I mean, you started out the show, Papa, and you're like, why are you so serious, Aaron? Why don't you tell some jokes?
There's the rubber chicken.
Papa,
Why
monkey
you have
squat.
an Acon down logo? You are the one past the AIP. Yeah, by the way, you just passed
Oh,
the
no.
about past the AIP, right?
Yes, in November we had an AIP 346 that was passed through. And I got to tell you, this is a serious point for everybody who's listening here, okay? The bear market has been awful, right? Everybody probably knows that. We started off the summer of 2022 trying to sell NFTs to degens with the utility of seeing comedy shows, and nobody gave a shit. Like, they did not care. And we tried for months and months and months. And we're bad at marketing, okay? We're really bad at marketing. That's one of the main reasons, right? People were like, oh, you have a comedy club? And I'm like, we've been trying to type it. You know, anyway, so we made a decision halfway through 2023. And we said, hey, this isn't working. We're not good at this. We are going to pivot, and we're going to start looking to work with companies that have generous opportunities because they have done well, right? So check this out. The first thing that we did was we were generously granted a grant by Yuga Labs. The Bored Ape Yacht Club Council gave us an event grant, which we did in September. 3 days of fully online comedy club shows. You know, I was clothed from the top up. It's one of the benefits of working at home, and that was amazing, right? So I mean, holy crap, we got a grant from Yuga Labs, right? And then in November, you know, we went for our AIP. Lots of hard work, lots of reaching out to people, lots of support. You know, I couldn't have done it myself, and we got there's Lost. Lost, come on, man! You know we have a comedy club. Lost from ApeComs. ApeComs was so supportive, and the whole DAO was supportive, and we got a grant to do these events. And this is just the beginning, right? So there's a big community out there looking to help. There's Thank Ape, there's Yuga Labs and the Bored Ape Yacht Club Council. Mochaverse is hugely helpful. Yatsu himself posted on the timeline supporting our AIP. I mean, I'm super grateful to Mochaverse and Animoca. So the point is that, like, even if you like Lord was saying before about, hey, just go and do something, right? I was terrified about putting out an AIP, right? I was for sure. I was like, oh, everyone's going to hate this. We're going to get rejected. And you just have to stretch sometimes and try to do things. It may not be easy, but now I get to travel the country meeting all of you, and we have that sponsored, and I can't wait to perform in front of all of you. And most of the clubs that we're performing at are we have to be clothed, so it will not be like the first event. But I think in Boston, we're going to probably do an all nude club. So watch out for that.
In my mind, every single word you say, I change to both, and this is how dirty in my head right now.
I don't, Popple, you know what? I'm not going to judge you at all.
Yeah, don't judge me.
Totally
yeah. So
and I have to ask you a question. Do you have locks with your bagels?
Yeah.
You have locks. Do you know the old joke about why you can't put Jews in prison?
Man, I don't know if I even want to guess on this.
Because they have fantastic lawyers.
Okay.
No, it's they eat locks. That's the old joke. They eat locks. That's the locks. But I led you in a different direction there.
Yeah. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Was that Tim?
When Lord shakes his head.
That's not a good joke, but I do love bagels, and we have shitty bagels in Las Vegas. I'm from New York originally, so
you know it's.
You ever
I
tried
heard
Jason's bagel? Did you ever try Jason bagel?
I don't think Aaron has.
So
Look at his face. His bagel is bigger than his face.
You got a commercial that you'd probably love. You would love our commercial for Bored Bagels.
It's so
I've
good.
heard your commercial for Bored Bagels. It's great. You are the king of commercials.
Bagels as big as your face.
No, I have a big face, so you know it's
me too.
You know,
look at this face right here. Do you see how red my face is? Right? It's not the lighting. I have something called
That's
rosacea.
a filter, right?
No, I have rosacea, which it means my face gets red. But it's Sailor Gary. It sounds like a wine, doesn't it? Like a fine rosacea, and just like a fine wine with age, I don't get finer. I just get fatter and balder.
Bored rosacea.
Yeah, and I don't know how that works out. I'm testing out my material for the show in Denver. So, and don't worry, everybody. I'm only doing a few minutes in Denver. It's mostly going to be Brian and our other comedian. So,
I think one night maybe you should just come to our space and take over the space to just blow the show in.
Did you say blow the show?
Yeah.
All right.
Won by the show.
No, I
can't be fully nude. Who knows?
Listen, the bear market's been tough, and $20 is $20, right? So
that's enough to get you a 9 NFT NYC ticket. You know what I'm
saying?
There
you go.
Yeah. So,
NYC tickets more expensive than you, like 22. Okay.
Yeah, but you negotiate.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump on the next guest because I'm losing. Let's jump on the guest and next one. So Sarah, Gary, and will you mind to introduce yourself? Sorry. Seriously, just introduce yourself. Yeah.
I'm Sailor Gary. I make Web3 alcohol. We're a Made by Apes launch partner. We've been making Web3 products, releasing them commercially since 2021. Our first product was premium vodka from back in the day with Sailor Gary right up here on the back, if I can figure out how my camera works. But we're running around propagating Web3 IP and culture here for the long build. Personally, my distillery partner and we have a normal Web2 distillery. We launched another company in 2021 to do physical product pairing with blockchain. We built one of the first QR to mint protocols, but we're long time blockchain enthusiasts, long time blockchain technology maximalists, have since become Yuga Maxis also. But of course, what Yuga's done for the space to really kind of push onboarding of the underlying tech is unparalleled. Happy to be building here. Been fortunate to have been part of now over 200 Web3 events in the last 3 years, and excited to keep building it. We should be at the Pizza DAO comedy event. We're going to be for sure locked in at not NFT NYC. It should be good. And just excited to push IP, excited to, partner with other builders and, help facilitate the IRL component of it. I think that it's super crucial. When you have an opportunity to be together and, not directly propagating, drinking alcohol, but if you are an alcohol consumer, we make it better than anyone. And it's boring as hell, so get bored responsibly. But our on our Web 2 side, our Flex, we are a 2-time USA Today's #1 craft vodka distillery. We're actually like a tech startup in the ethanol refinement space. We have some underlying IP we help develop in ethanol refinement, which is kind of cool and fun. It's kind of secondary why we're such huge kind of blockchain tech maxis, because we're tech entrepreneurs ourselves. Haven't had the opportunity up until about 3 years ago to actually be building in the blockchain sector, but kind of what we're seeing here is, really what Yuga's put together, which is, distributed IP, the first universal dynamic IP build at scale. And, we're so fortunate to have hundreds of other builders kind of propagating, what we also believe in and what we're excited for. And without question, couldn't do it with everybody else on the stage. So, yeah, just kind of here for the build, here for the culture, here for the tech, you name it, but we're here to send it. And
yeah, I mean, 200 events, and I mean,
a lot of spaghetti at the wall, for sure. I don't know. Did we lose Jason?
Yeah.
am I back?
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
All I said was a lot of spaghetti at the wall, but
Yeah. No, I mean, like, thank you for, even the event in Philly as a satellite, and the Bored IP event. I mean, like, I see your vodka everywhere, and I think it's not an event without Bored vodka, without Spirit Punks. So, yeah, I mean, I think you're doing it, and you continue to support all of us in the events, and it's amazing.
I mean, we all, to that point, we all come in this space with unique skill sets, and
Yep.
what makes this, without lack of a better, so magical, so irreplaceable is, that, we're all actually here building together. We all come from different verticals. Alcohol is an incredibly competitive space, but whether or not, my fellow apes are alcohol consumers or not, I know there are hundreds, if not thousands of people who are vying for my success in the same way, that I'm vying for all my fellow ape success. And by God, we are a collection of builders. If there's something that, even pre the Made by Apes announcement has proven, there are boots on the ground, fighting for the culture, fighting for, really what we see as incredibly valuable. And, while Bored Ape wasn't necessarily the first one to come up with distributed IP, they really were the first one to make that obvious to a global market. And, we just put the bagels in the oven, as far as I'm concerned. We're just starting to cook. The collaborative capacity of what this ecosystem has to offer is, in my opinion, more valuable to any brand building in any vertical than anyone's really seen before. So, we're excited. I don't want to, at the end of the day, my marketing team doesn't love when I say this, but like, I'm not looking to convert your next person to like jump on and, hey, have you drink water, you drink beer, you drink soda, you should try vodka. Like, it's not the end goal of what we're here for. But if you do drink vodka, we make better vodka, and if you care about culture and you care about, the value prop, like we can push it together, and we can push, there's Bored Coffee, there's Bored Tea, there's, incredible comedy events, there's credible resources, there's incredible communities, there's incredible services that are backed by kind of an entire community, that's we're here to build for, and I think a ton of builders, especially in the Made by Ape space, are saying, hey, not only do I want to build for my Web3 community, but I want to, how do I take this broad market? How do I take this to the rest of the world and get them excited the same way we're excited? I can have conversations with my fellow apes, and I already know that they get what I'm talking about. But, for the first time in blockchain, 10 years in, I was your guy yelling at my friends and family for Thanksgivings, over the past decade, talking about the tech elements and what's inevitably going to happen to Western Union. And from the financial side, but, to say, hey, here's some real value propositions for distributed IP, for tech adoption. That's really what we're about. We're really, really excited. Nothing's been perfect. We've been here kind of building a long time in, 3-4 years in the kind of the last big wave of what blockchain was. But there's real value propositions to bring to your friends, your family, your normies that didn't exist 5 years ago, and Bitcoin's going, coming up on its 15th birthday pretty soon here. And it's so exciting to see. It's so exciting to see massive organizations, massive, real capital really supporting what the onboarding looks like. I'm certainly not backed by Starbucks, but, shout out to them for like subconsciously, like the Odyssey program for like, guess what? We're onboarding millions and millions of people without them knowing what the on-ramps look like. And that's really, what it has needed to be. Yuga's doing a really similar thing with gaming. Daniel's coming in and saying, hey, Illa's coming in, Tina's coming in and saying, hey, we're going to back up builders in this ecosystem. There's not like a more bullish business or, sentimental. This doesn't exist. It has never existed. And it's so exciting to be able to be a part of it. I'm so ecstatic, to have the community we have. Ape for life, let's go.
Let's go.
We're through most of my pictures, but I can rant. I could rant the rest of this session if you let me. So
No, I'm with you. I think that's kind of a lot of the MBA people I think share that sentiment, or else we wouldn't be doing it, right? I think that's kind of what pulls us together too. So it's awesome.
I love the design. It's very kicking off and very fashion. It's not even that expensive. It's like actually a very good price. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like we've built some fun things. Like I said, we've thrown a lot of spaghetti at the wall. We do have direct to consumer sites live. We do have price discounts. Token gated price discounts. We haven't really over leveraged that. We're not great UX builders. We threw a lot of spaghetti at like actual dev team type stuff. But you can buy our products. It's true. You can go to spiritpunks.myshopify.com. If you own Yuga assets, you get token gated discounts. If you own our native NFTs, you get even better discounts. If you want to get your IP on our products, you can mint our native NFTs. I'd say wait a couple weeks where we failed 2 years ago and locked our mint price. We're going to try to incentivize, try to create some proper incentives to kind of bring that price point more commensurate. Nobody really should be paying $400 or $300 to get their product on a bottle of vodka or something. And I don't also think there should be $300 bottles of vodka. Maybe I'm sure.
It's always like a long discussion about the pricing and also including the product development. It's just difficult. So I think we fall face to the challenges about the pricing. That is also because based on how we sometimes like when you just like start up as a startup made by a brand, you can't make ton of the product. That's actually the cost and it's actually much more expensive. And this is just makes sense. And yeah, I wish you all the best luck. And I think that now the pricing is actually pretty good. And I would say like, okay, if I see this product, I would probably buy it. Aaron.
I mean, we have a lot of internal discussions, and this isn't necessarily an events centric discussion, but you're saying, we started as a product, a physical product integration studio. We spun up a bunch of different one-off brands to showcase some really fun tools we thought would be valuable for the marketplace. Some of them just have like market resonance. A lot of people who are watching this would know us for Bored Vodka. We also have a Doge vodka partnered with the National ASPCA. I can tell you this was one of the most painful assembly creation points, and there are a million or at least dozens of failed lessons in what we've swam through. If we can be a resource to anybody considering launching an MBA, considering bringing a physical product to market, we're an open book for the most part. We've contemplated for a long time the abstract of like consultancy in that part, but we're so kind of blown away by the enthusiasm that people have for Made by Apes. If we can help funnel people to avoid some of the mistakes that we have, and I think Jason's the same way. I mean, Jason's been a resource for us as well. It's a high tide raises all ships ecosystem here. That's unquestionable. That, really is what the ape community is. So we're excited to see it built. We're sitting here, plotting out what the verticals look like for the distilled spirits industry. But we also know that we have hundreds of people around the world, alcohol drinkers or otherwise, who are eager to see us succeed. In reciprocal. And that's what Made by Apes is. And that's, having the extra double down, verbally coming from Yuga and coming from Daniel and coming from Illa. I mean, we've been building here for 3 years. A lot of us are on the same page, but like we are just getting started. We're just getting started.
Let's go.
How exciting is that?
Hey, Sailor Gary, have you considered allowing people to pay in spaghetti? Because you seem to use a tremendous amount of spaghetti.
There's so much. I would accept spaghetti for sure. The ABCs of every different state in alcohol compliance.
Right. Your walls, the walls of your business must be so fucked up.
I
hope you're cleaning off the pot. I hope there's no sauce on the pasta. I hope you're really cleaning it. The walls down.
It came pre-sauced for
also,
sure.
I'm dropping spaghetti coin tomorrow.
Nice.
So that we can
I'm
now buy.
I'm buying. Give me you send me the address. We'll meme in, and
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, I mean, we're absolutely, alcohol is hell. We were blessed and cursed to have an opportunity. We were a Made by Apes launch partner, so we were put a lot of pressure on Yuga to try to be a sponsor partner for Ape Fest. That was probably one of the most I don't want to say regrettable asks I've ever asked for. That got a thumbs up. But the amount of logistics we put in to get product into Hong Kong without like a real market opportunity in Hong Kong, like market promotion. We were the 3 months of heads up we had, it was like all night. I'm California based, so I'm sitting on phone calls and emails, hundreds and hundreds of hours to get it into Hong Kong. There's a 100% duty on all imported products into Hong Kong for distilled spirits, just anyone else. But we're happy to have.
But you pulled it off, man.
In the midnight hour, and like said, okay, we can learn from how this was done. Yuga, in the ape ecosystem is pretty, they're lean in on like community feedback also. So, we got we got an opportunity to say how we thought that went. Shout out to the team behind putting those logistics together. It wasn't 100% land on what we would have hoped for. It never has been on throwing events, but the amount of effort that Yuga actually, at least, Illa and the rest of the team really kind of put in place to make that happen. Melinda and, absolute, 2000% A for effort, and, also execution. The bodega was beautiful. I hate to just echo, what everyone else, what Garga said to Tropo, like you launched your own NFT project and do everything right. And here we are, we're all trying to do it right. We're all trying to, put the best foot forward, make sure our time and efforts and capital is expended well. We've been fortunate enough to be able to be resilient enough to, kind of lick our wounds where we've made them. We've certainly made plenty of them. Having two companies that are pseudo dependent on each other, we've learned a lot. I've learned more about high level business, and supply chain logistics. Again, shout out to NFT Hoarder, and over the last couple of years than I ever anticipated wanting to know. But so bullish, on where this is all going at the same time. And again, like, leave me with an open mic and I'll just drink more bored vodka and keep ranting.
Are you just like every day meeting at the same time, just like drinking vodka at the same time? So make sure you get drunk enough for every meeting.
LaCroix.
Okay. Yeah, I am. I just drinking at the same time. Yeah. So yeah, the next person I want to introduce is myself. So let's share the screen. So I think everyone know me. Maybe it's also because of Made by A, the bodegas in Hong Kong first, and we do have a corner, and also we've been giving out a lot of bored tea in different events. And I've been hosting event since from last year to now. I guess it's more than I would say it's more than 15 years. Not just me hosting, of course, with collaboration with someone else too. But I've been hosting a lot. It's like great journey to meeting everybody. So I think if you are in the Hong Kong event, you will see Hong Kong AFAS event. You will probably really see ton of the bored teas and giveaway. having like PP mans right here, and this the one is mine, and yeah, just basically doing the whole collection about the Hong Kong culture and with the make by A. It's just having fun. Me original idea just like let's just having fun with my friend, and at the same time my brand is really about supporting the wheel community. The because it's having a lot of the local farmer in the Rhode Island. My husband actually original from Rhode Island, so this is why my mother-in-law also still in the Rhode Island. We know a lot of farmers, and they actually are all from the refugee program. So we've been using the refugee power to supporting them. But at the same time, it's not that serious to sell it because I feel like they are actually it's a very organic tea. And also, it's like I can't compare to the market price to make that product. So why not I just try to give away? Like for now, it's just like basically most of the time I'm giving away my product. But at the same time, like we actually do launch a couple product, couple tea, and also with as you see, like now we even have a chocolate, and even having a lot like a small fashion collections like this one. When doing the Halloween and having like a lot of key jobs was fun. The beginning, the idea when I start to hosting event is all stuff from MTNYC. I do the treasure hunting. It's basically I cooperation with 6 different space. I think it's 7 in the end. Even include Pizza DAO, War of Women's, and also a couple of the community like local community like Big Apple community. It's amazing. So we've been very exciting to cooperation more in the future. I'm sure if you've been the MTNYC, you actually see Bored teas everywhere, include with the sticker, include with the special customers packet. Yeah, this is my very first event show out. Very sent by like, oh yeah, building my IP and telling everybody like I am it is, and I'm building Bored tea. So it's a quite fun journey, but at the same time, I do knowing very well with um, the ladies of BAYC committee. So we do supporting some of the Bored tea and also cooperation with their event in the weekend. So it's very fun. And also we have like cooperation with a War of Women. They do the breakfast meetup. So it's a kind of like opening my journey to exploring different IP development, not just about the body, it's more about how to bring in the real IP ecosystem to the community. And I think that's just so much encouraging. And then after we even hosting the Bored IP event in the ISIS space, this is one of the beautiful coffee shop in the BoredIn, and we actually having a lot of the people come. I think this is the first time I meet Jason. I remember I just like kind of like DM him like, hey, you want to come? And he said, yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And then just
It was that exact voice
yeah,
that
that's
convinced
You
like
got
me.
deep. You got deep.
Yeah.
I am very low key person. Could be more low key than that, Jason. No, and I just like I always sending everyone's DM, because I always feel like, hey, this person's doing interesting thing. Why not just build together? That's why everyone's like, I think it's most of the A in this space. Usually, is I DM them first. It's because I'm a pusher them building. I will just say hi, hey, I love what you're building. Let's build together. It's sometimes it's happen. It's when you like someone's building, and you could always just like DM them. And I think A is such a great community as a sample. It's just like a clubhouse and you can build it together. This is amazing. Yeah, we also hosting the global A Fast event, and we hosted 2 event. Actually, it's a Jinget Sundays and with other Jason channels, and also with my friend and the kick post. And yeah, we also have a dim sum event as well. So it's such a fun, and it's surprised me. It's just that actually there's a lot of people show up. Everyone love dim sum. I meet Aurora in there, and such a great experience to just hang out in view. Of course, I am a geek, and I actually also make metaverse and game. And this is one of the metaverse I make. Also include with I'm the winners of the Fan A season 3. So I've been like throwing out a lot of ideas like GameFi and also the metaverse, and this is one of the winners proposal. This is so fun because inside actually featuring around 15 of them, the Make by A brands, also Acon creators. So it's just really bringing the community together. So far to now, this is what I make, and it's such a fun journey to collaboration with everyone, and hoping in the future I can make more. Yeah, I've been too busy to building BoredIn right now, and unfortunately, I do less time on my Bored T promote, but at the same time, I'm actually doing a lot with the Bored T building. But I wish I have more time to post more, and I should just, it's my bad, and I have to be pushing myself a little bit more. But thank you for everyone's support, and that's a little bit about me. Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks, Purple.
Cool. So yeah, I think
So,
today
Papa, you're
yeah.
so supportive of everybody, right? You reached
Yeah.
out to me and said, "How can I help with the events?" And you're heading up this, boarding group with Jason, and I mean, you spend so much time, helping other people. So I just wanted to give you your flowers, as we used to say on Clubhouse. So,
Aw.
thank you for being there for everybody.
I mean, everyone deserves the flowers. I'm just the one of the person get so much encouraging from everyone's, and I just feel it's time to just give back, and also it's a time to build together. Why want to build alone? I hate to build alone because maybe you make such a great product, but how about you missing the network, or you just don't know how to do? And I'm happy we now have our BoredIn's MBA good, and it's been like difficult to explain to better, like explain to other people like what is Make by A or what we are building. But now we don't have to explain anymore. when I asked Jason, like, hey, what we should write on our BoredIn's tutors title? Should I write community or good chat? And he said, no, and them, you don't need to write anything. So I said, sure, let's just leave it there. Them, how good our good chat. And yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much. Tonight we do have so much fun to check, and I'm excited to see everyone's again. And before we finish it, and maybe everyone just give a final thought, and then we close up the space. And how about Jason first? And then we pass to the next person.
Yeah, no, I mean this is what it's about, right? I think we all said it in probably a different way, but appreciate each one of you guys. Each of you guys inspire me to kind of keep going myself on my brands, but also kind of give back and kind of build together. So appreciate you guys, and yeah, let's go.
Pass to who? Next person.
Lorlor.
Yeah, I mean, number one, thank you for having me, Papo. You rule, for supporting everybody. I know that I narrowly lost to you in the election, just by a little bit, just a few
Just
million votes.
Just
But
a
you were
couple million.
you were so kind during the whole thing, and I really appreciated that. Pick up tickets to Not NFT NYC. Shout out to Sailor Gary for sponsoring it, NFT Hoarder for pushing us. Hit up Aaron's event right after that, buddy. We're in it for the laughs, man. You know what I mean? So definitely jump into that. Aaron has also been one of those guys that's been super kind to me along the way. So definitely check out his event. Definitely go to his metaverse. Go to Below Board. Do whatever you want to there. You don't have to necessarily take Aaron's advice on what to do, but definitely show up and have a great time while you're there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm going to listen back the record again about that part. Yeah.
Sure.
So next one, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I just wanted to say thank you to Popple and Jason and and Sailor Gary and Lord. I'm looking forward to working with all of you, over the next years and really everybody, in the MBA. And if anybody noticed throughout this interview, I keep looking over because my wife put our dog in the office, and he's been giving me dirty looks the entire show. So hang on one second, I just wanted to show you.
Yeah, please. Well, because you talk about
This is my dog Freckles.
Oh, nice.
And he has been giving me dirty looks the entire
No,
time.
it's not dirty. It's so cute. My goodness.
Yeah, so he
Oh,
wanted to
so
say hello. So this is Freckles the Wonder Dog.
I like this kind of dog. It's just so cute.
Oh.
Oh. See, I told you guys like life space is great. Like you see face and you make much more content and you can even show a dog in. It's great. Yeah. And yes, Sarah Gary, do you want to like say something in the final stuff?
Yeah, retweet this fucking room. If you watch it in the fucking reverb, if you drop your ETH address, we're gonna throw some Spirit Punks NFTs out. It gets you a bottle of the fucking Founders Edition.
My goodness.
Only got 38 states. I got 2 or 3 NFTs. We built it poorly. It cost me $30 to give them away, essentially. But hit them up. Give a follow to everybody else here on stage. Made by Apes we just turned on the oven. Catch us at fucking Aaron's event in East Denver. We got a couple events cooking over there. Catch us in New York. Catch us in South by Southwest.
I think maybe we should.
If you're not even in Web3, we'll be here when you get here. Fucking come join. Made by Apes, Yuga Labs leading the charge. This is a community-driven event. Even without Made by Apes, we'd still be here. No question.
There is no way that Sailor Gary has been drinking LaCroix this whole time.
He's drinking. He definitely.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
I love you, Sailor Gary.
Actually, I like to drink a small cup of the whiskey before I do the light spray.
Shout out to 288. Shout out to Fuego. Shout out to fucking all these other brands. You know, Sep Sauce and his wine. Fucking Bored Water. I just moved my desk. I just moved 2 days ago, so my setup is like redone. We were dragging fiber optic cable over here to make sure I had Wi-Fi hooked up properly. But let's go. Here we are. It's early.
Let's go. And yeah, thank you so much for joining our space and wish everyone have a nice weekend. And all in Make by A, let's fucking go. Bye.
Drop your ETH address in the comments. We got giveaways lined up. We got more giveaways in Denver. We got more giveaways in New York. We're going to get bagels online.
Maybe we should stop him because on next he'll probably say we're going to
I'm giving them all away.
Giving everything away.
I'm gonna give away some tea. Let's go.
Gary's giving 51% total equity in the company.
Come in.
Yeah,
watch
thank you
out.
so
I'm
much.
gonna get an email
And,
tomorrow from the marketing department. Like, what were you doing last night?
Sending
bro?
copies.
Follow us.
Sending copies away of the Everything token. I just sent one to the Safeway buyer of liquor for California. Sent one to the wine buyer for California. What are we talking about? We're Apes, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Quick. Shout out to the whole AOU team.
Shout out to the team.
Shane,
Amazing.
Dave,
Yeah, they're
Liz,
doing a lot of
thank you.
Liz, what's up? Let's go.
Thank you and bye. Let's go.
I'm not going to stop.